In this video, we'll be looking at a couple of probability problems. For the first problem, when drawing one card from a deck, what is the probability of drawing a card that is a face card or a heart? So to help us solve this one, we'll look at a deck of cards. So over on the right, we have all of our face cards. And if we count them, we can see that there are 12 of them. And then we have our hearts. And if we count those, we would see that there are 13 of those. And if we add those two numbers together, what we'll get is 25 cards. However, if we were to just count the number of cards that we have selected here, we'd only get 22. And the reason for that discrepancy is because when we add these 12 to these 13, we're double counting the Jack, Queen, and King of Hearts. So what we'll need to do to solve this one is use the union rule, which we've looked at before. The number of elements in A union B equals the number in A plus the number in B minus the number in A intersect B. So for this problem, we can use the same thing with probability. The probability of drawing a face card or a heart is going to be equal to the probability of drawing a face card plus the probability of drawing a heart minus the probability of drawing a face card and a heart. And so the probability of drawing a face card, we saw that there were 12 of those out of the 52 cards. Probability of drawing a heart, we saw that there were 13 of those out of the 52 cards. And then the probability of drawing a face card and a heart, those were the 3 cards that we double counted. So that's 3 out of 52. And so we can see that this union here would be 22 out of 52, which we could reduce to 11/26. Let's look at another problem. When drawing one card from a deck, what is the probability of drawing a card that is a face card and a heart? So if we look back at the problem we just did, face card and a heart, we actually figured that out. That was just this part right here, face card and a heart, and that was 3/52. Those were those 3 cards that we added twice. So in this case, we're just looking for the cards that are face cards and hearts, and so that would be the Jack, the Queen, and the King of Hearts. Just 3 out of the 52. Next, we'll look at problems involving rolling 2 dice. Now, this is the table that we'll use to solve these problems, and the table will help us in a number of ways. The way the table works is that the first number in each cell represents the first die roll, and then the second number represents the second die roll. And so the way you would make this table is by creating a column of 1s and listing out 1 through 6, and then a column of 2s, and then listing out 1 through 6, and so forth and so on, all the way through. And so we can see that there are 36 total possibilities in this table. So when we roll 2 dice, there's always 36 possibilities. And so the way this table also works is it'll help us if we wanted to find the probability of some specific sum. So often we add the numbers together. So for example, this cell, those numbers sum to give us the number 2. This diagonal here, both these sum to give us the number 3. This diagonal here, these sum to give us the number 4, and so forth and so on. So each diagonal will always add to give us the exact same sum. So if we wanted to know, for example, the probability of rolling a sum of 5, we could just count the ones that add to 5. So that's 1, 4, 2, 3, 3, 2, and 4, 1. So there are 4 of those out of the 36, which would reduce to 1.